Episode 2.
Episode 2, Up in the Stewed. This is where I produced Ain't God Good, and I feel like this is one of those times where, much like in our life, once I stop trying so hard and kind of loosen the grip, a lot of things figure themselves out. For me, I've been most proud of us whenever we've switched things up and, really just like scratched the chalk off the board and said, like, is there a better way? I feel like this is good, but whenever we just start over and like start trusting each other's opinions, I really feel like a lot happens.
Yeah. So you're saying like when you loosen the grip and just kind of let things happen without us trying so hard.
Yeah, totally.
I feel like, that's been kind of our summer. It's like for social media, just to like name that one thing, I think we all as artists, every artist could probably say amen to this, but we now have this responsibility to not only create and do music, but to also be like a pro on social media and and get tons of followers and tons of likes. And it's just like sometimes you do the same things over and over because you see that's what other people do. So maybe I should try to do the same thing. But I think
work.
Once it really doesn't. But I think once we got to a place where we
started doing something that was actually fulfilling. Just put it up like we do here in the studio or on the back porch.
Yeah, we were literally in North Carolina, and we were at my parents' house.
Mosquitoes everywhere.
There was mosquitoes, even though they get sprayed for mosquitoes, there were still mosquitoes. But we were like, let's just leave this first take, and it was our song Day Drinking. And we left the first take, and I posted it, and I was like, this is so dumb. But it was kind of one of those moments where we just like threw our hands up of like, I don't know what's working anymore, so we're just gonna put this out there. Summer's about to happen. Here's a song about day drinking. Hopefully it goes well.
Yeah.
And it has. It's and we've just been posting like real moments and all of that, and so I think that like ties in with like the simplicity of this series and like what we're wanting to do. Hope this takes people on like a deeper dive into our personalities and like what we've gone through to like be who we are right now. Like people who have gone through pain in life, to me, are some of the most like amazing people I know, who have
how they've dealt with it,
and how they've come out the other side. And it's
not a sense of behavior as far as that goes. I feel like we really just have to be honest on the front end with how we're feeling, and even creatively there is like something to being, not just a musician. I have other hobbies, and she's getting there. She has other hobbies as well.
I have other hobbies other than my cat.
Yeah. But there's something to that, like just not looking in the mirror thinking about the same exact thing, the mirror being our screens, that just has us thinking about where we need to put our energy and what's next. What's really next is when we put it down and basically just, I don't know, put some steaks on the grill and invite a friend over, and you just the world opens up when we just start not trying so hard.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's when I've realized I don't have nearly as much control as I want to sometimes. And but honestly,
control is out of our hands.
It's a privilege at the end of the day.
Yeah, I'm just excited to dive into something new for us. We spend a lot of our time working on music, which is an honor, and we love it, but it's like,
it's a blast.
I'm just excited to sit and talk and like see what happens, because we have these talks all the time with our friends and family, just not on screen.
Usually if it's just me and you, it's a bonfire, and definitely a few tears are always shed by you.
Yeah, I always say,
that's your
man,
church.
If church could be a bonfire, because I always cry at the bonfire. Like there's something about being with friends, it's just like the truth comes out. Not that I don't tell the truth otherwise, but I just feel like being around that kind of beauty, there's something, like everybody has their thing. Like some people love to fish, which I also like to fish, but like I don't get to do it a lot. But it's like bonfires, like being on the water, being at the beach, being in the mountains, I don't know, having people over charcuterie or whatever it is. It's like people have their things, and I think like there's something about being around a bonfire with us, and so we kind of hope to just bring that to y'all. And
we do things that energize us, and it all lives in the song eventually. Yeah.
We're just going to be telling stories. We're going to be telling stories here in North Carolina. We have some guests lined up that I'm really excited just to talk to about their journey and how they've inspired us and been a part of our journey, just like watching, that. And yeah, we're just excited to see what happens with this, and hopefully you can get a closer look into Derek and I's life and more of our personalities rather than just hearing us sing all the time. And
that's right.
Yeah, I'm just
Where's
excited.
it gonna go? Who the hell knows?
We don't know, but we're excited to just dive into something and take a risk and do something different. But
yep.
Ain't God Good series. This is episode 2. I don't know what will we call this one. Around the bonfire?
Nah. Loosen the grip.
Loosen the grip.
For sure. Put down the sword, loosen the grip. She's a take the flag and run type of gal, but usually I feel like it's a sword rather than a flag.
Sword / flag, who knows.
But hey, we get her to slow down when we can, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Love you, babe.
Stop being mad. Start talking. Start being vulnerable. Love y'all.